Test. Excellent. Mm-hmm. Mr. Painful. It's cracking. I want to measure how expensive this clothing simulation is. This looks fine here, but doesn't print. Like, why don't you guys at least print freaking frame rate or something? It's kind of lame. Well, that is very cute, that's fine. But no, let's go find it. Render me. Step simulation, this thing, right? Running at a 160. Oh yeah? Really, neither? Wait. Guess not. Oh, it's here. Well, then this is a good time to measure, I suppose. What? Thanks, just one quarter. 700 plus, right. The first year is always the slowest. It'd probably help if I was making more general videos and general shorts, maybe. Yeah, once my game looks more impressive. Let's see, microseconds, fine. It's basically what it does, right? Dude, why is everything freaking virtual interfaces like for... God damn it. Let's try it again. Let's see, where does it actually go? It does go in here, okay. Okay. It's fine. Whoops, forgot to do a new line. Nobody saw that. do have one little video to prep, actually. This is a capture with all the up close look on all the possible outfits and dye combinations. Yeah, because right now this is 17 pieces of clothing, including hairstyle, 3 of those, and 7 color dyes. So here, every second and a half, you get a random combination of everything. This black hair looks kind of amazing, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Special ray tracing. This thing is welding out. I mean, that looks pretty fast. I'm not gonna complain about that. What's the main audience for this game? Males. The male audience is males. How about that? But really think about it this way. My audience is actually me, really. I'm just making the type of Diablo game that I wanted to play. So really just geared towards Diablo 2 players in a way. It's basically just me. But I'm purely just basing it just off of what I would want to see in a Diablo 2 game like. And one of the things I was pissed off in Diablo games is all the outfits for females are ugly as all hell. So hell no. I'm going all out, completely different here. Which reminds me, I need to add a choker as an option alongside of amulets and whatnot. But amulets, I want to do a little bit of a physical simulation on that too. We'll see. But based on this, doesn't seem like it would be too much of a problem. Because this bullet physics seems to be running fast enough. 70 microseconds, that's fine. Zorvor, what's the frame rate? Frame rate is max, dude. Max to the gills. I completely refuse to give up frame rates. Unless you mean not my game, but in the bullets in this bullet physics clothing. But I mean, you can even play it now. The build actually have a playtest build going in the in Steam link right now. For example. Let me fire up Steam. Alright, it looks like bullet physics is useful for some pretty CPU clothing simulations, so we'll give it a try. But here's my game. Did I get 200 hours yet? Yes! Look at that! Look at that! 203 hours, baby. It happened. It's very important now. Play my own playtest. Over 200 hours. AKA debugged it for 200 hours. Looks a space, it is. Boom. Let's it up. Oh no. Right now it says 58 or 60, but it's actually because monitor is locked to 60, but I need to turn it off, turn it back on again, and then it will run at 144. Because when I'm using capture card, monitor does a weird switch to like a lower frame rate. There you go, climb that thing. Yeah, look at that. But there, this is 4K resolution. Ray tracing. Running at 144 frames. Probably going higher than that if you want. Yeah, it depends on physics. Really, the slow part is actually physics. Like, when too many things explode, it does drop down, but not too hard. Yeah, but this is my old build. My new build has different dies now. It's gonna run a little slower because it's a debug build as opposed to release build. But this one got car dies and cycles through all the clothing options. You know what I want? I want sort of fireball. I want to put turrets. Yeah, I want to do that. Well, I've been prototyping this game for a number of years. I even started a year ago, but yeah. Let me see. What's the turret number? Forget. Let me see. Turret skill. Three. Okay. Maybe? Right. Yeah, okay. Now we'll get some laser turrets. So it should be laser, turrets, and rain of fire. Yeah, there you go. I like that. Those are nice 3 different types. This guy, I don't know how much one effort to put into male guy. Like, he's fun to work on for sure, no doubt. He's a destroyer. But I don't particularly enjoy working on his armors and stuff. But he does kick things in the face quite nicely. Although he doesn't have this. What doesn't he have this ability? He should be using this. Oh, poor guy got stuck in a bad rotation. Poor bro. There you go. Break this wall. No? Only like that. Oh, that's right, he doesn't have a skill to push away. He's like a dungeon crawler? Kinda. My idea right now is that some kind of boring idea from Hades, where because I don't want to spend out like building a lot of infinite world, instead you kind of play like one chunk at a time. Alright, so let's say you go destroy this robot, unlock that thing, and you go off to the next world, and then next one loads up and so on. Blow those guys up. And then you go off to the next one, so... Right. That's the idea for now, just keep it simple. I can always implement like actual full-on open world, large scale, whatnot, but I'm not sure if I want to. in time or whatnot. Maybe in the future. I don't know. But right now the idea is you need to clear out all the bad dudes before you can move on. Get burnt. Of course, you got your different item attributes. Seems better. Seems good. What we got in here? Ooh. Okay. Let's go more for turrets. And when floor goes dark, it means you have bad guys to destroy before you can move on. Otherwise, the doors are just locked. So in a way, you could say it's a dungeon crawler, pretty much. But right now, I'm liking the doors, just so it's easier that way. I don't know if I'll keep it or not. We'll see. Oh, I muted everything.
Okay. Hi. Hello. Okay.
But back to this. It seems like the clothing simulation is pretty fast. This is about the same speed, honestly. Okay. So the question is, should I spend the next 2, 3, 4 days implementing bringing in bullet clothing simulation CPU? That is a big question. Oh, no tops, huh? I do need to make bad guys a little more dangerous. Right now, they just not particularly threatening. Not particularly threatening. They're definitely fun to squash, but they do need to be more of a threat. Oh, the guy lost all the guns. He can't even fire anyway. Dropping a color die is very rare, huh?
I can't take another hit.
Ooh, that was a lot of damage, though. Okay, so they do become a threat. Level 7. Let's build up some more health. Let's go on all out health. Set the world on fire. Hey, you got the first up. Excellent. Last time we were here implementing wall damage and break-in, it's been a while then. What's the playtime right now? I haven't really built out a whole lot, to be honest. The playtime is still very short. I've barely done any of like a game content. I've still been working like on a basic system. Just recently I've added like hairstyles, which by the way I haven't dropped any. But let's see. I do need to look into that. Why am I not seeing any hairstyle being dropped? But nowadays you can actually have a hairstyle as an item. And it's an actual item with stats and stuff. So we'll see. I mean, the game is still pretty early. It's only been 1 year working on this. I haven't really gotten into the content, and that would add all the gameplay. Right now, just kind of implementing the basic stuff. Yeah, I definitely understand. The only thing about making something releasable is that the moment you add like 50 pieces of content, you know, like 20 bad guys and whatnot, it kind of locks you in terms of systems. You're not going to be able to change much once you add a lot of content, because it'll be just too expensive to change. Like imagine you introduce something new and now you broke every single robot that you got. Right now I have 5 of them, so it's not a big deal. But if I get 50, dude, that could be serious major pain in the ass. So I've been kind of pushing that back a little bit. That said, people have been playing the game occasionally would play like maybe like 5, 10, 15 minutes sometimes. Yeah. Create content is definitely the most expensive part for sure. My idea for me is that I want to spend at least 1 full year of doing nothing but content. Just that. So maybe this year I'll start doing it like half and half. That's quite tempting. In terms of like the minimal content, I would need more environmental blocks, more robots, more bag dudes to destroy, and more pieces of clothing for the girl. But at the same time, for example, only recently did I add hairstyle as a dynamic option. Before that, you couldn't have different hairstyles as an item. Same thing for color dyes. So I don't know. There's definitely something debatable. Nothing about the content is that, I don't know. Maybe graphics is what's more important, to have something releasable. Maybe it's not. But even outside of content, one of the recent things I just did was making the experience of moving items around a little user-friendlier. Because before you would just like snap it back into the beginning. Whereas now there's a little bit of a play you can have. And the same thing, like if you drag it off somewhere incorrect, they're just gonna dropped it. But I'm beginning to go into that direction, which is why now when you have your main menu. So far I've only had playtests, so basically just have everything is unlocked. But now I'm starting to work on the balanced experience, which is what the new game would be. Because playtest just takes you like right where you want, so there's nothing going on here. But a new game, you actually kind of start kind of like almost like a tutorial level at first. You get to fight this peaceful little robot, and you start with almost nothing, or should be. And then you can go off. So I'm still kind of working through actual initial balancing. But it's always a battle. Do I do more pretty stuff or do I do more gameplay?
Energy. I need more energy.
Why do I want to press E to exit the menu? It's so weird. And I want to add more really long hairstyles. Because the pixie cut is the default. Actually. Yeah, but the hair is just too fun, dude. For me personally, like the hair simulation is so nice. Who's remaining here?
Not enough energy.
Yeah, this one's more balanced. Mana, she's getting more mana problems. I think I might need to add a little more bad guys who can do a little more direct damage. Oh yeah, this reminds me. This reminds me. One thing I'm considering doing is going back to this guy who's got amazing courses on animation rigging. Because part of the course, he shows how to do this cute little robot. Like that. Yeah, so I might as well learn how to do that in his course. And then see if I can adjust it into my game as like a new type of dude. Who can roll quickly as a ball and then unroll into attacking mode. It could be cute. But honestly, personally, I just want to work on some clothing simulation, because right now all my clothing is very static, except for the hair. I want to see how much I can get away with bullet being CPU.
Out of energy. Not enough energy.
So is it time to mess with bullet? Might be. Right hand. left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. Is there any chance this runs on Linux? I think people will be able to run it on Linux using a wine wrapper or photon wrapper, whatever it is. Because I think if your Steam can run through like a wine adapter or something, I think somebody was able to kind of get run it. Not sure. Now the good news I have for you is that my renderer is Vulkan. So if I really wanted to, like, to ship it on like Steam Deck, I could easily just like switch it into Linux and like maybe like in a week, get the game running fully on Linux without any problems. And just at Linux, I hate Linux development environment for gaming. It's just such a pain in the ass to use. But otherwise there'd be no problems. But the bigger deal is that Linux as such doesn't have any game sales really. Steam Deck might give me like 10-15% of a game maybe in terms of profits, so it's not really worth it until the game explodes or something, and then I really want to work on Linux. Which honestly I don't. So
I need more energy.
No, let's ask. One of these days I might stream just from Linux. Just as a quick exploration to see what kind of issues I already run into. Mr. Griever. General question, what have I heard if Vulkan is OpenGL, just more advanced? Well, its difference is much bigger, I guess. Depends how high up the scale of abstraction you go. Does that mean developing OpenGL libraries makes it better and easier for cross-platforming? Well, the funny thing with cross-platforming, some platforms don't even support OpenGL anymore. Like I think Mac OS either completely disabled OpenGL or barely supports them, just broken entirely. Like OpenGL is deprecated in many platforms, especially Mac, because like Apple cares about backwards compatibility the least of all companies out there. My Windows game on Steam on Linux. So yeah, nowadays, honestly, Vulkan might be slightly more easy port compared to other things. But in reality, if you want to go to everything, there's like 4 or 5 different graphical APIs you have to create for anyway. So it looks like you can run Proton on Steam. ProtonDB, huh? Looks like you might be able to. Maybe if one day I'm feeling particularly bored and I want to play around with Linux for a little bit, I'll put it in. I've actually done this before. I once spent like a couple hours making this game run on Linux. I got stuck on some kind of stupid little JSON reading issue. And debugger in Linux didn't particularly give me any good details. So I just said, you know what, screw that. I'll just go back to Windows and make the game there. I can always come back to here. This guy's trying to get tanky. We'll see one thing. Playing as a guy is much more difficult. Way more difficult. But I do like punching things. Actually, let's remember. Ability. No. Which one is it? It's melee something, right? Forgot ability name. Ability, no, not smash, not push away. Dash melee. How about knockback speed? Let's punch it into 250. Kick that thing. Oh, it's a yucky bug. Break the ground, just stomp it. I'm currently have almost 100,000 lines of code. It's about 93k right now. About that. Of C++ code. Dude, I'm gonna get beat up my ass. Jesus Christ, dude. I don't know, what kind of ugly ass I had to suffer on this dude. Oh yeah, that is not the funnest. I guess. Be careful. Tanking on this guy is kind of difficult. Yeah, yeah. Looks like that end run ended. So do I want to do that or not? Bring in bullet. Bullet physics. Let's see, does FC make it? Does. So it's not the worst thing on the planet. Not the worst. See, this is why I like Bullet. It's like a way older C++ before it became complete nonsense. Zlib is fine. Let's see what we got. These guys like caps, huh? No? Bullet soaked body, huh? Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, that's why. That's why I don't see hairstyles. Yeah, I don't see item dice. honestly. Go away. Yeah. Mr. 10X. Am I Russian? I am either Soviet, Ukrainian, Kentuckian, or American. Pick. You can just roll a dice and pick which one I am. At least not Russian, huh? Well, it could have been just as well Russian, dude. I was maybe like 50 miles away from the border where I was born. Could have been Russian just the same way. Plus, hey, who committed more evil, Russia or Soviet Union? I would say Soviet Union. Does this fly or not? Probably not. Slavic developers are cracked. To be fair, you generally only see Slavic developers who can actually escape the places they grow up in, if they're good enough. So there's a bit of like a survivalship bias there. But sure. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do it this way. This is where I wish I had the same thing as VS Code has. How long have I been working on this game? 1 year full time. Previously, like briefly, occasionally, prototyping in different engines. I prototyped this game before in actually 2 different engines. An open source engine that I know very well, and Unreal. This being the engine I used before for open source. This is the one I actually worked on for years too, so I know this engine very well. And Unreal 5. But I could not stand Unreal 5, dude, no way. Load this dynamically, flow in. Right, I'm gonna make sure that all the good items that I want to drop get dropped. So now it makes sense why I never saw item dice dropping when playing as the heroine. Makes sense. What's this? Create random type. Yeah. It seems to be the officer problem. Oh, he wants to do that. Okay. It's a little ghetto, but I'll take it for now. I think once I fix this, I'll jump back into bullet physics. It's time to take on another multi-day adventure of implementing bullet physics. It's going to be quite up and down. It's going to be both CPU, GPU involved. A bunch of things. Ooh. Where did I break? Oh, yeah. What platforms am I planning to release this? Only PC, Windows, because that's like 90% of the profit. Like, why should I spend even 5% of my time and energy on going to other platforms if that's barely gonna bring anything in? It'd be a different story if like Linux was like 50% of sales on Windows, and yeah, okay. But from what I've seen, Linux is like maybe 1 or 2%. Maybe probably just 1% on Steam. I believe. Let me see. Steam hardware survey. Dude. OS. OS version, yes. Now look at that, 96% Windows. Linux is more than a Mac, to be fair. It's 2.5. But still, that's peanuts. I mean, maybe if it would be like super easy to go there, and it might be, then maybe at the end, but initially just no point. Plus me is making like 2 different builds is always such a pain, but it should be okay. Now this might... I'm actually surprised this is so little. What about SteamOS? Does SteamOS comes as something else? Like, where does SteamOS come in? Yeah, I guess it's just the way Steam is installed. So SteamOS, Steam Deck doesn't really come in the way like that here. Yeah. Steam Deck maybe. Maybe. Because that's saying my game is fairly simple graphically, so making it run super smoothly on Steam Deck will be an easy task. Especially because I actually have 2 renders. This is my super slow render. I mean, sorry, rather super low end render. This one goes like flies into like insane numbers. But I do like my ray tracing. Oh yeah, let's I get a dye drop now. And a hairstyle. Ooh, first hairstyle. As a drop. Boink. Let's go see if I can get a dry drop now. An item dye. No. Wrist classes. Wrists. No dice. You know what, actually? I think... I guess it's fine for now. Ooh, that's an item die. Snagged it. What do we get? A black one. Hell yeah. The black ponytail. This might be time to add like a crafting station. Something we can basically clean the item of a dye. Maybe. Although it's kind of easy just to apply the same dye over and whatever. Ooh. Hell yes. These guys are firing like monsters, and that do hurt. Oh, what happened? Been writing some code, and it's not happy. -8? Oh, there's some funny bug, ain't it? How's it -8? Why does she move like that? I don't like her like running around. So I prefer that she goes just kind of floats up in the air. When she doesn't move, she will stand down, but otherwise she's just gonna float. Including like glides away. Now for Hero, then yeah, it's gonna run around like as a man should, including kicking that thing to the face. But for her drop, she's just gonna float. In the past, I actually had an idea to add a little more particle effects with the hands as well, to indicate that flotation. Like especially like if I have a particle that's shooting directly down from the hands. Oh, the hand's also used for attacks. I'll have to disable it correctly at the right time. That's actually a pretty quick thing to do. I could do it now instead of bullet physics. Yeah, maybe that's what I do for the rest of today, and do bullet physics tomorrow. As a separate stream, like bullet physics day 1. Alright, for now, let's do that hand thing. So I have players particle like that, which is fine. Let's see, duplicate. Players left hand particle. And left. Initial direction directly down, yes. Gravity, sure. Don't need much of a spread here, to be honest. No, I want it to be stronger. That's something. I don't know. I don't know about that. Mr. Jonas. It's cracking. You're working on some kind of game tasks, don't you? Don't you? Wait, there's no gravity at all. No, do I want to add a hand thing or not? I don't know, it might be maybe just too much visual information, not necessarily. Oh wait, lag particle? Compute shaders for particles? Yeah, these specifically do use compute GPU particles, but honestly, it's kind of a pain. I've been thinking about actually getting rid of that and using CPU particles instead. Because I'm already dealing with some annoying GPU particle bugs once in a while. Let me see if I can repro. Especially when I toggle between ray tracing on and off, sometimes you get into weird behavior. So I don't know. But yeah. Here's your particles in slang shader language. Between spawn, simulate, and all that. But it's kind of a pain, dude. It's I can only do like super simple math here. Because anything more complicated, it's just too weird. Do CPU particles do lead to stuttering? Well, it depends how much stuff you push. Because stuttering will only really depend how much CPU time you spending to generate the buffers, and then how big the buffers are, and if your if your pipe to GPU can handle that every frame or not. If it can, then you're not gonna notice a difference at all. Like for example, all the UI here, this is essentially CPU particles. Because I compute all the triangles for every little thing here on CPU and then push it across. Right, so. In fact, I already use CPU particles already. I actually have both. Like for example, a laser here, This is CPU particle. Whereas the trails is GPU. But I don't know. I don't think I'm pushing graphically this is all that much. Like maybe if I was building a million particles. But honestly right now actually particles GPUs would slow for me. Because I have like bad implementations of them. Right. It only really shows up like if you keep an eye on like the first color bar. I think you have to do like put thing on fire. Yeah.
I need more energy.
So this is when GPU particles begin to show up. Especially when you spawn them. Because right now I'm not doing it properly. I should do some kind of like async way of finding free entries where to add GPU particles on. Because they're now like a big buffer. From my understanding, the thing you can do is like various like atomic operations to find, or like keep like a list of free indices and so on. But I don't sounds like giant pain. As long as I don't push too many particles, I could probably just make that on CPU and push it over by frame. I don't know. It's something to be measured. I think GPU particles are great
I need more energy.
when you just have ongoing simulation going on. You don't need to particularly create and delete a bunch of stuff. But particles like these, like on trails, they'll like get created, deleted all the freaking time. Like all the time. So the benefit of GPU doesn't particularly seem to help a lot. So yeah. Plus also debugging and GPU crashing, like it's... Like I'd rather sacrifice how many particles I can have at one time, but at least I'll be able to easily debug any kind of crashes and catch them on CPU. Versus GPU crashes a weird bug, like it's so weird. I already have a bug actually. Hold on, let me see. Check out this bug. You see a little bug? For some reason... Maybe it's not a bug. Maybe it's something... Well, it is a bug, but it's something else. Like, why does it shut off all little particles? Oh, maybe it's this thing. Like particle. Only when moving. Some reason thinks it's moving. It like shoots a bunch of random crap out of it.
I need more energy.
Well, that's the thing. Particles are not added in first in, first out order at all. Because they can be created with different lifetime values. You could have multiple. For example, you can also have multiple spawners. For example, here right now, every little spot is a different spawner. Each one of those creates a whole bunch of little particles. And so each particle is actually a little triangle, which you can see better here. So sure, all that works in a cute way by far. Which, by the way, I cheat a lot when it comes to particles. It's just triangles. But from afar, it looks completely fine. But on the other hand, this isn't that much. Like, this is all triangles, so it's like maybe a couple thousand triangles right now. It's nothing. I can just push that on CPU and nobody will care. Look at that ray tracing reflection. So yeah, I've been thinking about getting rid of... Well, maybe not completely get rid of, but at least don't use them for now. Switch to CPU for now. Might be easier. I might leave like burning trails to GPU, maybe. Yeah. But the nice thing about making a game is that everything becomes real. Like nothing just kind of floating up in the sky. Like anytime you have a question, is this better or not? You can just be like, well, is this better for the game or not? And then you can immediately measure precisely what you need or what you don't need. Whereas game engine, dude, I worked on game engine for several years. It was always like, is game engine getting good? We don't know. We don't know until somebody makes a game of that and see what they say. Will we use my code to create other similar games? Probably. Sure, but different games can require a different approach as well, so I wouldn't worry about too much about that. For example, in this game, you might heard about levels of details. Well, like, have you ever seen play like a 3D game, and you can see some objects pop up? Let's give an example. YouTube, Unreal Engine, level of details. Hermitage Towers. Yeah, I forgot about that. League of Legends towers. That's right. Yeah. I love my towers. When I was playing Diablo 2, I really enjoyed the Hydra builds. Popping. Maybe just stay in games. Okay, dude. You know what? We're just gonna go here. Oh, somebody was hitting it pretty hard. Oh, that's funny. That was actually wasn't too bad. That was a decent. Dude, why does it show me the crap? Looking forward to implement nanites. Yeah, good luck with that. I don't think you need to. I mean, if you really, really want to, you can do something kind of close to it, which is Vulkan, which is basically mesh shading. If you're really into that, you could. Oh, with nanite there's a little bit more, but it's whatever. Sure, for fun, it's fine. But anyway, like in my game, I don't need to worry about this level of details, because in my case, the camera is exactly the same distance the whole time. What is nanite? It's taken Unreal. Basically, it kind of dynamically modifies your meshes to try to solve some of this popping. Well, actually, I want to see it. Let me see. LOD popping in video games. No, not log popping, LOD. Oh, maybe this will be good. Oh, what's gonna pop here? The stones? Yeah, you see that little pop right here? Right. That's just a mesh change. I mean, that's just the texture popping a little bit. Oh yeah, somebody was noticing this thing popping. So what nanite does is it tries to just try to smooth it up a little bit. But this is actually wasn't that bad. But this might be. You generally don't notice it unless you really look for it. I'm not even sure what. Oh, maybe the grass? Are they pointing at the grass? Yeah, grass is gonna be weirdly popping. You can see that pop in here, but that's a different thing. I mean, a level of detail is used by anything that has a freeform camera. And even beyond that, it might do it. Yeah, what they're talking about is the popping of a shadow. You can actually see the shadow edge moving forward. And you can see the grass going from unshadowed to shadowed. Right here. You can see that. Just gonna push forward. But this is those kind of else. Wasn't the best example. This might be more interesting. Yeah, just take me to your leader. No, it's not gonna be. Doing some smoothing, huh? Well, good luck. Yeah, you're basically changing both textures and geometry depending how close you are. Maybe this will show. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Yeah. Kind of wanted to see just. Oh, this bro loves to hit an nanites, by all means. But that. Foliage and grass is cute. Here's your level of details. Level of details. Oh, here you can see much better. You see how it like jumps to like radically different thing? It's like level of details where it basically replaces a mesh to different precision. But if it does it like a really makes a big difference, that's what pops it really hard. So I usually try to do a lot of additional things to just smooth it out. I don't really have something better to handle so it doesn't pop quite the same way. What do you think about AI creating games? Yeah, good luck. Dude, even humans are struggling to create games. Much less AI. Good luck with that. I ain't worried. Yeah, that one made it just like probably went like too far to make it super clear, which is fine. This one might be more realistic, the way it works. Let me see. We'll see test, LED transitions. LOD1. Well, LOD1 going to 0, let's see. I didn't particularly notice a change, to be honest. What did it happen? Somewhere here. Aw, really? YouTube, you're gonna do me like that? Three, two. Well, generating artwork is not the biggest deal, to be honest. Yeah, the here difference is not that jarring, so it's you don't see that much. But you do see like these triangles change. And the game's trying to smooth it out. But the point is, my game doesn't need to do any of that crap. Because I'm like on the same distance the whole time through. So I don't do any of that at all. But I actually do use AI to generate this.
Okay. Hello. Hi. Okay. Hi. Okay.
Boom. Voiceover. But for artwork, it's not good enough yet for our own, so but in the future maybe.
Not enough energy. Out of energy.
I'm not sure if I like
Not enough energy.
leading trails from the hand as well, to be honest. It might be too much.
Not
Maybe.
enough energy.
Let's ignore that. No. I'll say no to the hand particles. Yeah, but creating models that are good enough for games is very difficult and tricky. Very difficult. Plus, even if you do create the model, it doesn't mean anything. Like, for example, I have a model here, but I should give you some understanding what goes beyond that. see, show. Yeah. So you might create a model, fine. But then you still need to do a whole bunch of math additionally past that to achieve all animation stuff, that's what I'm doing. So ain't gonna be that easy. Because all those little extra bones is what gives like all this hair motion as well. No, the model I took from a website. It's about the only thing right now I actually might have that's not mine. But the base model for female and male I got from this site. It's got a whole bunch of stuff on here. But the base model I think is more or less free. I think. It's not really made for games though, so you have to be very careful.
All robots have been destroyed.
Because in the past when I was using Unreal Engine 5, I imported that model from that game into Unreal, and boy, it was too heavy to run on. When I get glasses, nice. Well, let's go Humdinger on this thing. Call down some laser turrets. And not just any laser turrets, a double laser turret. Actually, a single one too. I was meant to have two separate layers, like an evolution. Actually, does it even spawn? Shoot him right location. Here's your first evolution. And then you can go to double. Oh, actually shot through the wall, nice. I'll take it. Ooh, is that hairstyle? Hell yes. But anytime you take an asset anywhere, you still have to like modify it, process it, make it just right for your game. Like there's like 1,000 things. Advice how to make an art fast? No, I'm not an artist. I'm an engineer. So no. If you make an art fast, it's gonna be crappy. For buildings and exoplanets, I mean at that point you might as well buy like a texture, like a pack somewhere. A bunch of those together. But again, it's not gonna be. It's still gonna be crappy. Like, let me see. There was Kid Bash. Like, there is this thing. So, for example, if you wanted to go into like sci-fi, right? You could. It's cute. They do have a whole bunch of assets that you could do here. And so for example, here you get like all this giant buildings and like smaller tilbits, whatnot, and it's all fine, but it's, yeah. It might not necessarily fit well together. Some of them may be too expensive, some of them may not be quite the scale that you need, so it's still gonna be a ton of work to get those down. But you can try that. No, personally I don't go into that because the problem is like if one asset looks amazing and the rest looks like crap, it's just gonna look like crap overall. Check. Black. Perfect. Dude, black hair looks amazing every time. I don't care who you are. You know what? Maybe I'll... Yeah. Item dial is like a recent thing I made. That's why I constantly have these battles. Like, do I do more gameplay? Do I just more like pretty stuff? For example, now that she can have... Where's she at? Here. Like a bunch of dice. Some point start outsourcing? Maybe, but the thing is, if you make something even at like a low level, as long as it's well integrated together, it's still pretty decent. So yeah, but yeah, I want to actually, you know what? I think my default will be blonde. Let's make it a default. Let's see, character hair. I mean, hell, it's always easy to drop money on somebody, have them do a bunch of stuff and so on. It's not, that's pretty easy to be honest. Let's make it blonde. Yeah. But I can always do that at the end of a project. Right now, it'd be just too early. Speaking of which, this cyan, yeah. Oh, so I don't have a top. Sucks. We'll go with this. Ooh, I did get a top. Excellent. Oh, even better. We're going full bodysuit. And I've achieved the perfect Barbie look. It's like a Diablo Barbie we're looking together, dude. It's like half the time I spend building out combat systems, the other time I'm building out Barbie game. Make sure it's clear it's taking up 2 slots. One thing I've been thinking is I think I want to add a new animation to her so that when she changes hairstyle, maybe sort of like turn around or whatever, have her like put her hair from her hair somehow, do a little bit of physical interaction, especially with longer hair. That might look interesting. Which, by the way, in terms of game balance, I think double turret should take up more energy. To spawn, let's see, cost 3, 6. Your country doesn't have a game development. Are you Brazil or something? But the thing is, you don't really need much to get going, to be honest. If anything, nowadays there's a lot more information online on YouTube. Just a ton of free stuff on YouTube anyway. Like when I was starting out, the only thing I had access was like very basic tutorials OpenGL. That's basically it. There wasn't a whole lot of like in-depth stuff. That was even before you had like this fancy physics library that I have now. And now people are making YouTube left and right for like free, all that stuff, so. Like on Unity and Unreal, a ton of guides. I have been wanting to change this somehow so that when you drag it over something, it will change, drop like a hint, telling that it's about to apply a dye. Maybe I can do that quickly. Would be item view, I think. Let's be specific only when you're dragging. Okay, yeah, that works. Maybe abandon Vulcan and go to OpenGL. Like I was saying to you before, man, like if you go in Vulcan is amazing, but you're gonna need patience. Like the first month is gonna be nothing but fighting a Vulcan. Even for me, it was the same way. But OpenGL is completely fine, especially if you're not going to Mac. OpenGL is much faster to get into. There's a ton of samples everywhere. There's less code to write. It's way easier, for sure. Vulkan is if you want to be like a Superman and you're willing to pay for it. You know, it's kind of like going to the gym. That's what Vulkan is. Yeah, I'm definitely adding clothing simulation for sure. Tomorrow, the bullet physics odyssey shall begin. For sure. Where would I hire freelancers for artwork? Dude, there's people online everywhere who want to do work. The problem is most of them not going to be that good. What's so good about Vulkan? Vulkan gives you a lot of power. A lot of power to create really fast, optimized games. But it comes with a price. Requires a ton of patience from you. If you can handle it, if you can handle being stuck somewhere for 2 weeks, then sure. Yeah, and Fivers and so many others. The problem is, most of artists who are on Fivers and whatnot, most of them are pretty mediocre. So you can pay mediocre price and get mediocre result. And people who are really good at the art, they also cost an arm and a leg, so. Because think about it this way, the artists who actually work on like a AA, AAA games, they get paid a lot of money. You're not gonna hire them $50 and do some work for you for a month. It's not the way it works.
I need to dodge those.
No, this is not set to anything. A lot of points, huh? Burn, baby.
Hey, that hurt.
Hey. Who wants to die? Take a die. Did this just not die anymore? Cyan, that's fine. Actually, give it to the feet. Wait. I need new gloves. I guess Fred is fine. You think it's more than 2 weeks? Yeah, it depends what kind of things you're tackling on, whatnot. And what's your prior experience. And if you're good, if you already have a skill of learning a new system, It's not if it's not your first challenging take on, then you'll be fine. If not, it's gonna take more efforts either way. But you can always go to OpenGL first, and once you spend a year in OpenGL, it'll be easier to go back into Vulkan because you'll understand a bit more how things are going.
I need to dodge those.
Oh no. I got squashed. Yeah, by default blonde looks much better. I'm happy with that. Good contrast between the outfit and hair. I approve of that. What I do want. I want that to be a tooltip. So let's see. Oh, this is just a collection. It doesn't actually move anything. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, okay. I see. No, I mean, Vulkan will always perform better than OpenGL by far. You just have more power. But of power comes a price. It's more that you will develop faster on OpenGL. Like, if you don't need much of anything at all for the game, it's completely fine. Whereas, for example, if you want to build a game like mine of ray tracing, if you want to have all this pretty perfect mirror reflections, OpenGL cannot do this. OpenGL cannot do ray tracing. So that would be very difficult to accomplish, including like reflection on the. Hold on. Oh, look at that butt reflecting the walls. Yeah. 1 million triangles, but well, the thing is, my character here that I'm using is not that detailed, so it's not that much of a struggle. Like, this is not millions at all. Like, it's kind of okay, but it's pretty. What is that? It's like maybe 30,000 triangles. It's not millions. Just here. Maybe. duplicate this whole thing. Only gonna leave one line. You could hint during drag. May not even need this, to be honest. Right, this is what I have in mind. When you drag this, it'll say apply dye. 3D fusion models. Yeah, you can do a bunch of tricks. A bunch of tricks. But that's more for cinematic stuff. Whereas not a whole lot of things change. More like steady gameplay. We can off. Oh. We're gonna need a new component. Yeah. How much time I spent learning Vulkan? Previously, almost nothing. In fact, you can actually see my progression. Because before I started working on this game, let's see. I was first actually learning DX12. So this is a couple of years ago. And so eventually first I was learning DX12 for a while, and then I give up on that and switch into Vulkan. But this is actually the beginning of my game. So my game still follows largely the same layout. But this is when you can actually see the history of what kind of stuff I was working on. Learning and figuring out everything slowly. I got stuck on DX12, dude. I couldn't figure it out. There was a bunch of weird things going on, and I didn't particularly like it, all the count pointers. And the samples kind of sucked for it. So when I got stuck, I figured, you know what, it's time to try something different, so I can like Vulkan. And the Vulkan, it just went up much easier. I'm not sure why. The samples are kind of useful too, and just general. Came a lot of good information everywhere. This was the thing I started from. It's the site. I don't know if I ever got into these guys. That MB is fine, too useful, but still kind of interesting. Well, this was my initial beginning. Just kind of going for this. But you can find all references here either way. Whichever way you go. And so I think my last commit was here when I finally got MGUI to work. So this was 2 years ago. But before that, my work of graphic was very, very limited. But I do have a lot of engineering experience in general, so it wasn't that challenging. But still, there was a lot of reading to do, a lot of engineering. A lot. Alright, no more main menu. A bite of that. Yeah, some to do this properly. Sometimes, man, you just have to jump in and get it done. No reason waiting around. The only thing that makes you better and smarter is actually doing the work. Okay, so that I need to attach. Let's do that first. Oh, that will require a bunch of extra stuff on it. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Who's attaching to this? Item view panel. Am I using dynamic rendering? No, I'm not. Nope. Dynamic rendering really just means you're not using render passes. That's all it means. You're just slightly more flexible for C++, whatnot, for C code, but I don't think it really adds anything. It's getting way too warm here. Hold up, be right back. Yeah, I can simplify some, but make other things more complex, because not all features that render passes support on dynamic rendering. Not all of it. So I would still be very careful. Plus, bro, if render passes scare you, then you shouldn't be worried about Vulkan at all. So I've never even bothered to learn dynamic rendering, to be honest. Once I figured out how to do render passes, it's all I needed. It's whatever, dude. It's whatever. No, it's not what I need at all. You thought a render pass was a legacy code? No, it's not. In fact, there's a bunch of things render pass can do that dynamic rendering does not do. There's like particular type of attachments and some other weird things. Not all of it is there. Plus, if you're looking to run an older version of Vulkan, then dynamic rendering may not even be supported. So to be just not worth the trouble. Like if you just want to play around, sure, tinker. But at some point you have to ask yourself, are you just scared to take on real tasks? That's why you're sitting, tinkering with dynamic rendering? Or is it time to get some balls and figure out the tasks that you actually need to get done? That's while dragging. You know what, for now. But yeah, it's definitely a thing where sometimes it's just like, you know, I'm gonna want to go and learn a new little library, do whatever else, for sure. Because, you know, like initial writing a few little tidbits on the sample code, that's pretty easy part. The challenge comes like once you go into actually using that, like, you know, after 1 month of building on that, And if you're not sure what you actually want to build, then yeah, your brain's gonna be stuck. But reality, like for me, like having like almost 100,000 lines of code feels like a lot more satisfying now. Then I'd rather have this one game as opposed to having 1,000 game jams. For now, let's just do this. But see, that's why it's better, it's good to have a goal, some kind of specific goal in mind. Because then you can judge everything off of that. I'll drop my even item. Give me an item, dude. Alright, so hiding show, good. I need dimensions too. Where is that? Yeah. I mean, yeah, taking time for sure, but even past that, it's... If you're not sure what you're building or where you're going, you're not even sure, like, what skills to learn on then. So it's pretty hard to stay motivated. Like, you need an actual plan and a goal. Not so much a plan, like, particular goal in mind, target to hit. So instead of learning, like, 20 random libraries, you would be, like, very specific about what you want. It makes Souls-like game in Vulkan. And there you go. Kingfield, what is that? Is that a game? Kingfield game Steam or what? Oh, Kingsfield. Is that on Steam? Probably not, huh? Probably some old ass game and some particular old ass system. Oh yeah. Bruh. But same guys. PlayStation 1, 2, okay. Yeah, I never had PlayStation 1 and 2. That's like a whole series of that. Huh. Hmm. Dude, if you can actually make this good, you can actually still sell that on Steam completely fine. Because I've seen games like that on Steam, even simpler graphics on this. But if you make the gameplay fun enough, it'll be fine. But the early 90s, yeah. Just about when Doom was coming out. Yes, those guys are working on the same game type for a long ass time. Look at that. Like, graphics change, but the actual gameplay didn't particularly change a whole lot. Look at that. It's so funny. Boom. Get little cute little spiders. They didn't even have animation. Actually, they did have some animation. When it like snapped back. I think just the body snaps back, but the feet was stationary. That's pretty good. Yeah. By all means. By all means. Yeah. That's kind of cute. It was like 2 textures in the game. But yeah, if you can actually make that full thing, even almost no content, it still would teach you a whole lot. Hey, new textures for the ground. And fire. That's something. Nice. Multiplayer version of Stormax. Maybe on Google. Link for Hunter. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, maybe in GOG. Kingsfield. Oh yeah. $10. Get 1, 2, 3. Oh, some of that is really far back, huh? That seems more like wait, this is King Quest, dude. I was wondering. I was wrong. No, it's PlayStation game. Wouldn't be on GOG. No. King Quest, yeah, it's a different thing. My personal favorite thing, of course, is Space Quest. Space Quest 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's go. Oh yeah. The next mutation 5. This one's a good one. That's pretty funny stuff. Pretty funny stuff. Anyway. Let's see. Let's attach this thing at the hip. Wait, left. Left. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I built something similar like early, my couple of years in college. I had like 2 robots running around shooting itself. Shooting each other's stuff. Yeah, so there you go. Hello. Kinda want to Maybe put it like at a halfway point. Yeah, I feel like in the corner, but not quite that far. Alright, so now to the next task. Oh, body suit already here, that's good. Now I want to be changing. See, it will only should pop up apply die only when you're actually hovering over. Right? Yeah. Mouse state, that's right. That's what I need. Is it 6? Yeah, 6. It's good people make software that you need. Are you referring to GOG or what specific stuff are you referring to? But yeah, nowadays we live in a giant world of software left and right, doing all kinds of stuff. Wait, applies it here but not here? Why? This does get here, right? I'm not crazy. Oh, I get it. I freaking get it. Hold on a second. Yeah. Stream your audio from tablet to PC, huh? Well, there's 1,001 ways of doing that. You know what? Let's compute. What are we hovering over? Hovering over entities. Check. If we hovering over an item that is not a die, well, this item is a die. Well, Link 400 can always build your own special custom software to do just that. Yeah. Well, I bet. I wonder if there's a capture device just to go capture all your stuff from tablet. That'll be something. Right, so I need to get the freaking item. Get item. Thing 2 item. And it's not empty item. And it's a die. Dragging a die. Although, honestly... Go, Y, die, hit. Yeah. Bring over item. Oh yeah. Yeah. Wait. No, this is a dragon item. And time to see. Hmm? Hmm. 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 Debugging time. We're gonna die. Does this ever get here? It does. But let's see what's on the stack here. Oh, this is what it's dragging. We're hovering over. Oh, it is such bull. It doesn't look past the item, so it doesn't actually see what is being dragged over. Let's go fix that. Hover. Over everything. Yeah, the item itself doesn't have a hover, I get it, but the slot does. So why is it not? Yeah, right here. Your item hairstyle. Hovering over wrists. Yeah. Hairstyle UI item. 3340 is what I need to get to. Oh. Yeah, but But I thought plenty of capacity. Something happening to it? I think so. Must be. I think my brain might just be too slow to think about this properly. I can just feel the struggle bus riding. The struggle bus. Right. What does it go over? Those are the things that I've covered. Wait, your item itself has a hover? I guess whatever. Oh. Okay. Yeah, Howard is not even registered in this case. Damn. It doesn't get here for some reason. Hmm. When I don't want to capture a mouse. Time to do good old debugging by just printing crap. Two. Good. Okay, 0. It stops printing at the moment I drag something. What the hell did I do here? Is this some weird thing I'm doing? No. Oh. This is when no buttons are down, right. I see. I need to do the same thing where when left mouse button is down as well. Exactly same thing. It's not just down, but down period. While drag is ongoing, we need to keep a list of entities that have been hovered over. Useful for drag and drops. Sigma music, huh? Yeah, I just use some. I basically pay money for some random website that allows me to stream music to YouTube without getting hit with 1,000 issues. It's got different themes. I kind of mix it up. But you better watch yourself. One of these days, I'm gonna find if they have a Korean pop. Do they have Korean pop in there? Let's see. Do they have it? This is what I basically use. K-pop, Korean, classical. What's Korea? I don't even know what Korean means. I don't particularly care about that. What's J-pop? Ooh. Oh, Snapple. You see K-pop? Yes. Oh. You better be ready. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's actually pretty decent. I've listened to before. I guess it's pretty quiet. That's actually pretty good. Never mind. I thought it was gonna be like Bubbles pop songs. Oh, there you go. That's what I expected to hear. It's pretty good. What I had in mind was things like oh yeah. Bubble pop. 13 years ago, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, well, this is going. I don't want to do this. I think so. I think I don't want to do this either. I just want to collect stuff. Bum, 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 bum. Dance feel like Fortnite game, dude. Animations are so expensive, especially to do them right. Like I can definitely bring in some animation from like existing sites, but honestly, I think it's stupid. Because that's what games do. They just kind of randomly drop in like a feature like dance animation in the game, but I actually want to have some more specific connection to the game. So for example here, instead of just going to do like weird things which it does randomly, I want those action animations to be connected to something you do. So instead of just observing random crap, it specifically reacts to specific things you do. For example, when you grab and change an item, she turns around. It's supposed to. I think she does it not for hairstyle, but for anything else. Interesting. A bit of a drop jacket. Even now she doesn't turn? Why? Yeah, now she does. That was weird. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what that was. But now I can actually also change animation depending what type of item you change or remove. So that when you drop like a new hairstyle, she'll do like a brush in the hair or something. If you change like the something on the wrists, she does some kind of motion of the hands. It has to be like more cause and effect as opposed to just random ass features. Oh, what do we got? We got this, we got this. Oh lordy lord. I might do this and yeah. There you go. Ooh, victory's mine. Yeah. So now it will only show it when specifically when you about ready to drop it like it's hot. Except I want it to be on the left side. I want that to be on the left side. Yeah, something like that. Could do. I need to know if it's hovering over equipment. Yeah.
You got me going into overdrive. Too busy, can you leave a message by the tone? You got me wrapped around in summertime. Yeah, yeah. I need to know we'll fall in love right here and now. Call me up whenever you're feeling low. Stimulate your mind, we can take it slow. You got me going crazy now. Falling into you. Cause you're on my mind. Jump, jump on it. Put 'em up, come and show me. I guess we'll never know it. On it. Put 'em up, no second thoughts, just let me change your mind. Put 'em up, I guess we'll never know it. Put 'em up, no second thoughts, just let me change your mind.
Try that. Left, right. Right, left. I don't want it to be even closer. Maybe just on top. Maybe just on top, actually. Yeah, I'll just do it on top. Yeah, I think that's a better location. Just need to even it out. Just center that thing. Alright, we go math centering. 2 boxes. Needs to be that. Oh no, this one is. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. I think that's correct. So I don't need any of the scrap. Don't need this scrap. Here, Mr. Jonas, I'm getting ready to sleep here as well. Just one last push. And back to streaming tomorrow. Honestly, might even actually drop a little bit low. But it needs to be up on top. No. No, it doesn't want to. Can I control manual Z? Probably not, right? I don't think I've done that before. Alright, so that doesn't work yet, fine. Think about that in the future. There's one last thing to do. Do I even need that anymore still? I might not. I might not. Yeah, I don't think I even do need that. Okay. Good. Take that out. Yeah, it's not going away. Oh. Yeah. Maybe this font is a bit too big, huh?
The doors are now unlocked.
Ooh, I don't need that spam. Mr. Bulk home. It always a question of why big game company use game engines developer? Why won't they just create their own games every time? You mean why wouldn't they create their own game engines every time? I think you have to rephrase it. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking, dude. Yeah. Well, you just woke up. I'm actually starting to think about going to sleep here. Why don't they create their own game engines, you mean, right? Not just games? Because they make the game just fine, but game engines more rare. I mean, they used to. All games used to be made their own custom technology. Game engines only like a recent thing, like in the last decade and a half. Prior to that, everything was custom, dude. But now, I think one reason is that engineers have become a lot less capable. We can't really afford to have a whole bunch of engineers of a proper skill to upkeep that. Dun, 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 dun. Reading their API. I mean, dude, the thing is, when you spend like a month on something, like imagine you spent a year running a game, and then you read that code, you'll be impressed, even if it's you working on that year. So it's always more impressive when you actually get something done and finish it. And code, it's whatever, it's not the biggest deal. Alright, so now it says it's apply a die, so it's clear when it's ready, like, yo, it's gonna be applying a die. I might do like little animation scaling in the future, but this is fine for now. Yeah, that's all I wanted, just a little bit of a hint that you're about to apply something. Honestly, I'm pretty annoyed that this review here overlaps of a window. I might even just bring this review like way to the bottom when you're looking at these items to the side. So when I'm dropping on this, I don't really want the stuff to be blocking my view. Not really. But this is what I wanted to get done, so it seems good. Apply dye. See how it looks like when it's small. Still fine. Okay. Okay. Alright. When I wake up tomorrow, after some boring stuff I have to do, I shall dive into clothing simulation. Specifically, I'll see about bringing this thing in here. And see if I can use this clothing simulation for the girls' clothing. At least different parts of it. Start with something simple at first. And see how well it simulates, if it's stable and so on. Should be interesting. It would be quite interesting. It'll probably take at least... I mean, if it takes only 1 day, I'll be impressed with myself. But probably 2 to 3 days. So we'll see how much time this takes. Supposedly it's 50 microseconds. It's pretty good. Should be okay. Yeah, I think debug was not significantly slower. Right. I mean, it's still like 100 microseconds, so it's fine. That seems promising. Highly promising. It's gonna take some serious CPU and GPU work, though. There's gonna be up and down connection of all kinds. It's gonna be an adventure. An adventure for sure. But this is good. I'm definitely making a super long hair as well, because this hair doesn't go down to the knees. That's what I want. I want really freaking long hair as another option. Alright, people. I'm gonna take off. It's too late here, so I shall catch you guys tomorrow. At some point I'll be uploading this little video of a close view of a character. Because this is where I'm changing the outfits every 1.5 seconds. Cycling through all the options. Take care.